Yo everyone, hello, Carnage here, welcome back to another episode 9 I believe, of Marvel vs. Capcom Revisited. I did not forget about this series, I promise you, it's still going. And I thought, the past couple episodes have been about Marvel 3, so I thought, go back to Marvel 2. And I wanted to cover Venom, because he's a really cool character. In the thumbnail I wrote amazing mid-tier, and that may seem like a bit of a contradiction. How can he be amazing if he's mid-tier? If he's mid, as the kids say nowadays. And I thought, well, he may not be amazing in terms of character viability and, tier placement and that sort of competitive stuff, but I do think he's amazing in terms of animation and fan service. I mean, look at him. He looks like a beast, He's got the green mucus, like the literal venom dripping out of his mouth at all times. He has a lot of really cool animations, and we'll get into them in a bit. And I don't know if my mic is picking it up, but I'm playing on my big, hefty fight stick for a change. So the buttons are quite loud, and I kind of smack it, so if it kind of overtakes my voice, I do apologize, but let's get straight into it. So I have my notes in front of me on my laptop, not on my phone anymore, got them on my laptop screen. So yeah, Marvel 2 is the fourth game in the series, despite its name. It came out in 2000, and Venom, obviously one of the most famous Spider-Man villains. And I wrote here, he was first seen in The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 300, which came out in May of 1988. So a while ago. I believe the Venom symbiote in the Spider-Man lore, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not an expert, but I believe it first bonded with Peter Parker, and then, kind of turned him evil or whatever, and he's like, oh, I gotta get rid of this. He threw it in the bin, and then, I don't know, it went to Eddie Brock. And if I can taunt, if my buttons are mapped, oh, I guess my select button doesn't do that, it brings up the menu. I was trying to taunt, because when he taunts you can see Eddie Brock's head, I think, but I can't show that off. But yeah, it's Eddie Brock in Marvel 2. And in Marvel 2, also, Venom is like a low mid-tier. He has pretty easy execution, rather, and a very simple game plan. He's very easy to understand. He's a good beginner character as a result. And on the tier list placement specifically, he's around bottom of C tier, bottom to mid of C tier. He's not amazing, but he's definitely not bad either. He has some pretty good stuff. So let me scroll down in my little notes document. And pros and cons. So the first pro, and I mentioned it just before, Venom is very easy to understand. He doesn't have anything super complex or specialist, if that makes sense. He requires little understanding of the game to understand him fully. So what I mean by that is, you take someone like Magneto, for example, or Sentinel, where you gotta learn unfly and how to try jump and dash, and you gotta learn all these overhead blah, blah, blah. You can't just pick up and just get an idea of what the character is. You have to put in a lot of work. Venom isn't really like that. I'm not saying that he has no skill ceiling, because he definitely has one, but the skill floor is low, if that makes sense. So he's like a pick-up-and-play character. You can put in work with Venom if you're a new player, which is why I think it's a pro. I think it's a good thing about him. Another thing, we'll get into it later. I think this is my assist button. Yes. His snapback, in particular, has very good range. So from around here, boom, snapback. That's his launcher, but yeah, you could easily confirm into it. It's just his heavy punch animation. So it's pretty good. Let me go back here. He also has very large special moves, and we'll cover them in more detail. He's got Venom Fang, this move, which I forgot the name of. He's got his web throw command grabs. They have a lot of range and, big hitboxes, so it's quite good. Well, they're all quite good. And he also has nice range in general. You see, his normal's alright. His heavy kick is fine, decent, kind of surrounds him with a big hitbox. His heavy punch in particular goes very far. Can be special cancelled. Has some nice air specials as well. And he's got some cool disjointed normals like that. It's pretty cool. Start a combo with that. Do something pretty simple like that for some decent damage. 49. And you can see here at the top right I put the damage indicators on, just so you guys can have a numerical value. And he also has decent to good mobility. He's got a decent dash where he kind of crawls along the ground. It's kind of like his Sako in Killer Instinct. He also has an air dash, which is pretty alright actually. I believe you can act out of it. You can do an air dash in the special. Although you can only do it once though. You can't like air dash and then do it again, I don't think. Although you can't do it backwards though. But it's better to have the forward air dash than no air dash at all. So we'll get into cons. So Venom's a bit predictable. He doesn't have too many tricks up his sleeve. So an experienced player who's familiar with the matchup is going to know what Venom is going to use. There's not really anything super surprising. He's also a big body. He may not seem super big, but he's kind of shorter than Cable because, Venom is hunching over, like Wolverine or Spider-Man in that regard. But he's a bit of a big body. Not as big as Sentinel, mind you, but bigger than Surfbot. He also has slow recovery on some of his moves, especially the heavy punch. You can see the recovery on that. Heavy kick too. His normals and his specials are very committal. You can get blown up and die quite easily if you mistime them. So timing is very important with Venom. His defensive options are also a bit mediocre too. They're not bad, but they're not great either. He can't fly away, he can't teleport. You know, we said that he has the air dash, we've established that, but it's still not amazing. He just has decent defensive tools. They're not amazing, but again, they're not bad. So, let's get into his attacks. And I have Super Combo Wiki up, so shout out to that website. And when I change tabs, you can see the lighting on my face changes. I look orange now. Let's get into his normals. We have Standing Light Punch. Comes out in 9 frames, although it has 20 frames of recovery, which is quite a lot. So it's a bit committal. 5 damage, although you can easily hit confirm it into something. Get a little combo like that. It has nice priority. And if they try to jump here, you can do that, kind of jab him out. His medium punch is Venom's primary launcher, so it's like Cable's medium punch. You can pick up and get a combo. It doesn't have great range. Like you see here, if you connect with a far jab, the launcher will whiff every time. So you do have to be pretty up close, if that makes sense. But it's not a bad launcher. 29 frames of recovery though. So I've got to be careful. Heavy punch. Now this one. This is his longest normal in terms of range and his most damaging normal, I believe. 15 damage, although it has 41 frames of recovery. Very committal, so be very careful doing this move, especially in neutral. You could use it as an anti-air too, but I don't know how effective that would be in a real match. Around from mid-range, you know, if they whiff a button and, you know, you want to punish easily, throw out Heavy Punch. And if they like to forward dash you a lot like that, you could try to call them out with that. So it's a good button to have. His light kick is just a pretty, you can't really see it because I'm in the way. Pretty generic low kick. You can see the range isn't great. Like from here it's whiffing. It's got a short hitbox as well. So on B&Bs you mainly want to do Standing Light Punch instead. But it has 6 frames of startup, 21 frames of recovery, so pretty slow. Medium kick. You see he has like the Venom snakes that come out. They're really cool. Hits twice from up close. If you space it, it only hits once. You can go into Death Bite as well, which is what this move is called, I believe. Oh, no, Death Bite's is super, my bad. You can use that as a hit confirm to go into super. And this move has some nice priority as well. So, not bad. His heavy kick, and I'll get Cable out of the corner for this one. It's like Venom Rush, which is this is Venom Rush, that's what it's called. It's like a stationary version of that. Hits multiple times. 14 frames of startup, 40 frames of recovery. Can easily be special cancelled for nice damage on a little B&B like that. Boom. Decent hitbox too. Not amazing, but not a bad move. He also has Crouching Light Punch. We're not going to cover this in detail. It's just Standing Light Punch, but it just hits crouching. Like this looks like Crouching Light Punch, but it's standing. This is crouching. You can use it for starting you can use it to start combos, but that's about it. So Crouching Medium Punch, which is one of my favorite moves of his, not because it's super amazing, but just because it looks sick. He's just a giant tongue swipe. It's really cool. The animation is beautiful. Has a nice hitbox as well, so you can hit confirm it from a distance. Go onto something like that. Has nice range. Goes into Death Bite super. So it's alright. Crouching Heavy Punch is just Standing Heavy Punch, but at a lower angle, so nothing too crazy here. Crouching Light Kick is just Standing Light Kick. Pretty fast, comes out in 6 frames. Nothing too crazy. Crouching Medium Punch is, instead of having snakes, he has spikes now, which is really inventive, I think. Does nice damage. 13. Can easily do that in the corner. It's alright. It has decent range. Look, it's just an alright normal. When I say it's alright, I mean that it's not bad, but it's not amazing either. Like, it's alright. Crouching Heavy Kick is a sweep. Has a good hitbox. Well, it's got an alright hitbox. It's slow though, comes out in 14 frames and has 44 recovery frames. But you can see here it has a nice hitbox. It also hits behind him as well, I believe. Well, I could be wrong with that. But it has nice damage and good priority. He has Air Light Punch, which is just standing, but in the air. Medium Punch, you can see, is just the tongue move, but in the air as well. And Jumping Heavy Punch hits multiple times like that. Hits twice, I think. Has a good priority. You can start a combo with it as well, I believe. Jumping light kick is this move. It's like a neck tap. I don't think it works as a cross-up. I could be wrong, but I don't think it does. It's like same side, but it's a pretty good jumping to use. He also has jumping medium kick, which is this like spike that goes upwards. Maro has a move that looks like it as well with one of her anti-airs. It's nice to use as a follow-up after a jump in. So you can start a combo like that, hit confirm into something really cool. Jumping heavy kick is one of arguably his best normal. Hits up to 2 times, has a great priority, a big hitbox. Easily can start a combo from that for really good damage. It's like Venom Rush, he's standing heavy kick but in the air. It's really good to use. Not a lot of damage when used on its own like that. It's alright damage. If it hits twice, then it's good damage. But if you only hit it once, then it's kind of mediocre. But other than that, use it to start a combo. Cool, and those are his normals. So now, let's go on to his specials. He only has 3 specials. He has, the first one, Venom Fang. Venom Fang! Comes out kind of quick. I don't have frame data for his specials, but I'll do my best. So, quarter circle forward punch. Venom Fang! Can use it in the air as well. It's a very, forward-moving, kind of horizontal move, but it does have a level of verticality as well, because you see he goes in the air. So the light punch version goes around half screen. Heavy punch is full screen. And because you can do it in the air, it's a nice air combo finisher, if I can do it. What? What's going on? Ah! We'll keep the combo short. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Hits multiple times. Very good. It's a nice anti-air attack too. If you know they're going to do something in the air, if you can combo into it, go for it. If you know they're going to dash in recklessly and press a slow button, you can do that to catch them out of it. Although you don't want to land behind the opponent though, because you can get cornered and they can counter you and stuff like that. But it's not too bad. It's also good for juggles as well, because of the horizontal and vertical. It's sort of like a diagonal angle. It's like that. Pretty good. He also has Venom Rush, which I'm going to get Cable out the corner. Quarter circle forward and kick. Light kick is sort of like a barrier in front of Venom. Big hitbox. Heavy kick goes further. Goes full screen. Hits multiple times. And it does a nice chunk of damage too. You don't use it that much in combos because it has lengthy startup, but if you use it every now and then sparingly, it's a nice surprise tool to catch your opponent when they're not expecting it. Although it doesn't have, it has a lot of recovery, so you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful using this. It's very committal. Like if I hold up, see my inputs at the top left? If I hold up, see how long it takes Venom to jump? A lot of recovery on that one. And his final special is half circle back punch, web throw. This is a command grab. Douche, hits 3 times. So the light punch version? Well, from full screen it doesn't actually hit. You gotta be up close to get the command grab cinematic to connect, which I find a bit weird. But yeah, light punch. Oh. Light punch is just straight horizontal. Heavy punch is at a bit of an angle. I don't think you can combo into this. I'm not sure if that's a true combo. They may be out of tech. Yeah, I think they can tech out of that. But against an inexperienced opponent, you could get that to work on them. It has very slow startup, but you can see it does good damage. 30 damage, so not bad. And I believe if you mash during it, you get more damage. I think. I'm just gonna go crazy with it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. But we'll get into this in a bit. I guess you can't mash. It says you can on Super Combo Wiki, but I can't get it to work. Yeah, let's move on to his supers. Venom has 2 supers. Venom Web, quarter circle punch, quarter circle forward and 2 punches. Gotcha, Venom Web. It's pretty cool. It's a good DHC move. It's a good DHC tool. And I'm pretty sure you can do it in, no, you can't do it in the air as well. My bad. I'm thinking of the Marvel 3 mods. Yeah, it's a ground-only super. So the way that it works is you see the big web around Venom. If the enemy's in that web and they're not blocking, Venom will home in on them and catch them and do that cinematic. Venom web. And you can see it's a good DHC tool even if they're in the air. Because they stay in the air, but Venom moves. Does nice damage as well. Let's see how now we have Urine Venom. Venom web. 49 damage. Not bad for a super. Good DHC, good damage. Decent range, not bad. He also has Death Bite. Quarter circle forward and 2 kicks. It's like his heavy kick on crack. Nice damage, 43. And you can combo into it quite easily, I believe, off certain normals, not off a sweep. But you can do medium kick into it. And you can see it does big damage. So in the corner, not so much. But if you get it like mid-screen, like look at this damage. That's nuts, that's like half-life. You can do something like that, boom, massive damage. It comes out very fast, does a lot of damage, so it's really good to use in combos. And because his heavy punch throw traps them in place, you can do that if you're fast enough. But what I recommend doing is trying to hit confirm off of it from standing medium kick. If you get one throw with at least 1 bar of meter, easy half-life combo. Although you saw before when you do it in the corner, which I'll demonstrate here, majority of the Venom things just miss. I don't really know what the attack is meant to be. They just like tendrils, I think. But yeah, it doesn't do a lot of damage in the corner. Alright. So, the thing with Venom is that, I didn't talk about his assists. They're not great. He has a launcher assist, which is useless. He has Venom Rush, which could be used to cover some horizontal space, but it's the light version, so it doesn't go full screen. And he also has, if I can tag, he also has Venom Fang, which, I don't know, I mean, look, if I'm gonna pick Venom, I use Venom in this game from time to time, and when I do, I use Venom Fang. It's a decent, like, get-off-me tool, it sends him in the air. You can also hit confirm into Venom Fang. If you have 2 Venoms for whatever reason, you can do that as well. It's alright. But yeah, so the thing with Venom, and I'll put a picture on screen now, he has what's known as a combo tree on the Super Combo Wiki. It's sort of like a, you know, like in Tekken, King has his command grabs, like the chain grabs, and people make guides and, you know, how to connect them all. So it looks sort of like that. So I have some combos up here. You know, a basic hit confirm is like that into Venom Fang. You can do stuff like that. Not bad, yeah. Standing light punch, crouching medium punch, Venom Fang. Do it in and out of the corner. Also has some stuff. You can do that. Oh, that doesn't work because I'm in the corner. Crouching heavy punch, Venom Rush. I think that works. I believe that works, the heavy version. I'm gonna test it out. I don't know if that works. You can do Venom Fang though, I believe. The heavy Venom Fang. Maybe it's a corner only thing, I'm not too sure. Can't get the input to come out. But yeah, Venom's combos, they're not super long or crazy like Magneto's or Storms or Sentinels or whatever. They're just very simple and to the point, and they're effective too. They're not super bad. So I got some up here. So you can do something like that. You can like jump in. Venom Fang hits OTG, I believe. Like that, the final hit hits OTG. So if you ever get a sweep and you need a little follow-up, you can do the light Venom Fang. And it also changes sides, so you could go for a throw mix-up afterwards or something. If you know they're gonna block and they're scared, you can walk up and throw. You can do something like that. So it's decent offensive pressure. But yeah, Venom overall, not too bad. He's an alright character again. He's just alright. He's not amazing. He doesn't suck either. He doesn't have many specials or normals or supers. He doesn't have any command normals. So I don't think he has a special overhead or anything like that, for example. But he's pretty fun. And if you're new to the game and you want to have an easy pick up and play character, Venom is your guy. And yeah, this video is a bit shorter than the other Marvel Revisited videos, but that's because I don't have a lot of time today. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will definitely be doing more. I usually do one of these a month. I haven't planned for that in my schedule, it just happens naturally. I'll try to get another one out sooner though. So yeah, thanks for watching everyone. If you want to see me do another character from another Marvel game, or Tatsunoko vs Capcom or whatever, yeah, leave a comment, let me know. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya!